Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing the technical analysis for Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin. And I'm going to talk about the importance of having a game plan, especially when it comes to doing a counter trend trade. I want to apologize for my voice today. I think yesterday I told you that my throat was a little sore. Today it's a little bit worse, but I still have to trade, I still have to work, so I'm here making videos as well. So let's talk about Bitcoin first. So talk about the counter trend game plan. So I always have a game plan for everything I trade, whether it's index futures or Forex or Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Ripple, or Bitcoin Cash. And my game plan depends on whether I am with the trend or against the trend. What I mean by that is the overall trend. So right now, the overall trend for Bitcoin is negative. The long-term and the medium-term trend is negative. In the morning, the short-term and the intraday trend was positive. So I'll talk about my game plan, but first let me show you a tweet that I put out. So a couple of days ago, I put out this longer tweet about how if you look at things from a different lens, because I am a trend trader, so I only go with the trend. So on an intraday trend, I have to wait for things to develop. I'm not just going to try to catch the bottom. I always try to wait for a big curl, wait for the trend, and then go in. But if you're a person that only buys long, I said that if you look at things from a different lens. So I said that when Bitcoin was going down, I said my targets for support are 7,700 to 80.85, and future resistance is 8,300 to 8,400. So if you can switch it, you can say that a buy zone would be between 7,700 and 80.85, and take profits between 8,300 and 8,400, 83 to 8,400. So I retweeted out this morning. Hope you saw it. And then as I was doing it, I talked about where the stages were for today. So the example is that 8,600 is a very important number. I had tweeted out earlier this morning. I had tweeted out way earlier this morning, and I even tweeted out yesterday that before it can go up to 9,000, 9,400, it has to first break 8,600. So it has to get there first, and then it has to go forward. So if I am going to be taking positions to the upside, what am I looking for? So let's talk about it. So if I'm doing a BTC counter trend to the upside, number one is that I have to wait for the intraday trend to develop. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for a cross, the 50 and the 200. That happens overnight. So I wait for my first signal, which comes in around 9:15 in the morning. Number two, take signal bar with confirmation above the 50 EMA without hesitation. So you always have to have a plan. By having a plan, you don't have to wait. The hardest part for some traders is that because they don't have a plan, when a signal or an entry, exit, anything that happens comes into place, they're like a deer in headlights. They freeze. And by freezing, what happens is that they can miss out on opportunities or exits, profit-taking situations. And then if it runs up, then FOMO comes into place, and now you start chasing instead of waiting for your setups. Because I'm counter trend, number three, take profits quickly. And number four, warning, 8,600. So I want to get out at around 8,600. I tweeted it earlier. 8,600 is a very important number. So get out. Because the second wave should be higher. If you wait for the second wave, right, it can be a little bit higher than the first one. So just wait. Excuse me. It's okay to miss out. So that's what I did over here. So I'll talk about the examples of that. So early this morning, I get a color change above the 50. I get confirmation, one tick higher. I put in my order, I get filled. It goes up past 8,400, it goes to 8,600. It closes above 8,600, and I put my stop. I'll put it over here. Put my stop right here at 8,600. So after it closes, it goes up a little bit to 8,700, comes back to 8,600, and it ended up kicking me out. So now I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting for the second wave. So this is not a second wave. This is FOMO, just like this bar. So this is what I mean about act without hesitation. So I get a color change here. I'll zoom in now so you can see this a little bit better. So I get a color change, right? Confirmation up on top. I'm waiting for it. So if you hesitated, you missed this big run up right here. And then you're like, oh man, when should I get in? And then FOMO sets in. And then maybe you get in right here at 85.50 without realizing that 8,600 is a very important number and it's right there. And then now, instead of taking a small profit or any profit at all, you end up taking a loser, right? Because now you're afraid that you might go down. And now you might actually chase on the way down. And then it's stuck. So now we're stuck in a range. So if you follow the tweets, I tweeted out about the inside bar action for BTC. So if you look at it here, this tweet was a little old. It's an hour old. We've had some action, but it's still within this inside bar. So let me show it to you. So the inside bar is we have this big bar here, and everything is within these two lines, 84.30 and 82.30. So this one big bar is $200, and everything else is in between. So this is my signal bar right here. I'm waiting for it. So I was waiting for it to confirm because it's above the 50, right? This one didn't confirm because this one didn't close above. So this one closed, but there was no confirmation. We had to change the color. I had to get rid of it. This one changed color, but it didn't close above the 50. This one closed above the 50. I put my order in, but canceled it because we had to change the color. And now this one, if it stays above the 50, which it looks like it's going to do, then that will be my new entry. And luckily for me, it's pretty close. It's actually a little bit cheaper, right? So once I finish this video, I'll put an order in over here. But once it closes, now it can be a little bit higher because it looks like it's going a little bit higher. So I will have to wait on this one. I have about 7 minutes until this bar closes, but I'm not going to try to chase it. I'm going to wait for this entry to come in. So for this trade, I made a little bit of money here, but it's okay because in my opinion, I'm going counter trend. So I'm happy to take profits. So let me show you Ether. So Ether, as you can see, the intraday trend never develops to the upside. So even though the price is going higher and higher and higher, what's happened is that over the last, almost a whole day, it's been channeling. That's one of the reasons why the 50 never crossed the 200. And instead of going long on Ether, I actually took a short because I was looking for a signal. So earlier this morning, this was my first signal bar, but there was no confirmation. This was my next one, but there's no lower low. Finally, I had confirmation. Color change confirmation, I entered. I trailed it at the color change up here, and I got out with a very small profit. That's okay though. I don't mind taking small profits. Because the adage is that little by little by little equals a lot eventually. So taking smaller profits is, you don't have to make 10x. In my opinion, you don't have to make 10x in one trade. What you do is you can make a 10th of an x, right? Or 1/100th of an x. And if you do it over time consistently, guess what? You'll eventually make 10x. It might take you a long time, but everyone wants to make money quick. And that's not what happens. So Bitcoin, all the other altcoins, they rocketed up. But if you miss the opportunity, you can't be jumping in without a parachute, trying to make a 10x again. Because that might not happen. It might on some of the other smaller coins. But for me, I don't trade those. Because as I've told you guys before, I am a day trader, swing trader. And so I want to make consistent profits. I'm not looking to put in a little bit of money and try to make 10 times off of that. I'm trying to make money consistently on a daily basis. So for the smaller ones, I have a harder time getting filled. So I was waiting for a shorting opportunity here, but now it changed color. So now this one goes away. Let's look at Litecoin. So Litecoin gave me some troubles today. I am 1 for 2. 1 out of 2 for Litecoin. So same thing for Litecoin. Wait for trend to settle, color change above the 50, confirmation, but this time be careful of 160. So I put my order in, I got filled at around 155.92. I went higher. As it went up, 160 is medium resistance. So I put it in. So as it was going higher, 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 I trailed it. It went close to 164. I put it at 160. Boom, it came and got me, which is fine. Take a small profit. But then another candle came in above the 50, and this time though, unlike Bitcoin, it didn't close over 8,600. This one closed above medium resistance right here. So I took the signal at 162. It went a little bit higher, and that cost me because I ended up taking a small little loser. So which is fine, because I'm not trying to make a lot of money anyway, but this is what I mean about if you're wrong, right? The only thing worse than being wrong is staying wrong. You can't think of trading as I'm right, the market's wrong, right? The market is always right. Right? You can be right and wrong. You can be right in the long run, but still lose money in the short run. So what you have to do is you have to wait for your setups, and you have to always preserve capital. So same thing here with Bitcoin. I was waiting for it to close and to confirm. Now this signal becomes this. So here's my color change. It's slightly above the 50, which is a good signal for me. And if it confirms in the next few minutes, right, actually 3 minutes, I will put my order in and I will go in there. So by having a plan, whether it's trading with the trend or counter trend, is very important, because then what you do is you act without hesitation on entries and on exits, and this way you become more of a systematic trader. So over the next few weeks, I'll talk about how to create your own systems, how to create your own plans, and hopefully this will help you become a better trader. As always, we thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. We do a great job of answering all your questions in a speedy time period. Please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. And have a great day. Thank you.